Hi, welcome to Movie Review with Danny. And today on our Throwback Thursday, I'll be doing a movie review on 21 Jump Street. 21 Jump Street is a 2012 American comedic crime action drama directed by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller. The movie was released on the 15th of March 2012. Beware, this movie review contains criticisms or spoilers. Not that the movie, directed by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller and based on the semi-beloved dimly recorded Fox Cop show that made Johnny Depp a star in the late 1980s, aims to be thought-provoking. It wants to be fun, and to a perhaps surprising extent, it is largely forsaking the sweet multiculturalism of the original for white dude bromance and completely abandoning earnest teenagers in crisis melodrama in favor of crude, aggressive drama. This 21 Jump Street is an example of how formula-driven entertainment can succeed. It is full of the usual boy comedy stuff, homophobic humor so bland that it must be really making fun of homophobia, easy knowing send-ups of movie and television cliches, appearances by actors from your favorite sitcom, exploding cars, a joke about Glee, and though no conceptual ground is broken that wasn't already trampled and scorched in the Harold and Kumar movies. The whole mess is silly, spirited, and yet smart enough to work. Two high school classmates, an alpha dog named Jenko and a loser nerd named Smith, cross paths again at the police academy where their friendship bridges the gulf of coolness. A spectacular incompetency and raw inexperience land them in an undercover operation run out of an abandoned church by an angry captain played by Ice Cube, also heard on the soundtrack, expressing a rather critical view of law enforcement in a vintage song by his former group NWA. The Gookstar position of the middle-aged Ice Cube as a formatted cop with the young Ice Cube as a formatted cop, ETA, typifies the movie's playful grab bag idea of itself. There are some obligatory 80s and early 90s references and cameos from some of the old 21 Jump Street cast members, but aging Generation X nostalgists, not that I have anyone particularly in mind, may be disappointed, which is a good thing. Jenko and Smith, after suffering their own micro-generation displacement, which is more funnier than big shoulder pads, shaggy mullet, or acid wash them, sent back to high school where they masquerade as students. These 20-somethings are shocked to discover how much has changed since 2005. Everybody texts, and the old social hierarchy seems to have broken down. Kids these days are so tolerant and sensitive and environmentally conscious. Jenko knows with some dismay, I blame Glee. He says, there is, of course, a genetic connection between that show and this movie. On TV, 21 Jump Street was an hour-long youth-targeted Fox prime time, offering that mixed whimsy, emotion, and public service announcements. Sobriety as its confronted social issues like bullying, bigotry, and drug abuse. The movie takes aggressive, satirical aim at exactly this kind of plight without risking true offensiveness. Among the bad guys, for instance, is a clique of diverse, articulate, college-bound, ecology-minded teenagers led by Eric, whose very existence destroyed the category Smith and Jenko rely on, and who are also dealing dangerous drugs. Eventually, action movie police work overwhelms high school hijinks, which is too bad since Mr. Lord and Mr. Miller, who previously directed the chaotic animated children's film Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, showed no particular decision in setting up chases and shootouts. The real energy in the film comes from Mr. Ayo and Mr. Tatium, who simultaneously fulfill and revise their body movie stereotypes. Thanks to the crazy upside-down world of 2012 and also a clerical mix-up, Schmidt is cast as the Bishop, with an only slightly inappropriate romantic possibility played by Brie Larson, while the beefy, bull-necked Jenko is exiled to the world of wonks and dweebies. This may not be a terribly fresh idea, but the two lead actors are nimble and unembarrassable enough to render their identity, confusion, amusing, and even sometimes touching. 21 Jump Street makes a feature of its own lack of novelty, reveling in its dub gags and retrograde attitude. In 2012, women can actually be funny, guys, with such unaffected exuberance that you may find yourself not only tickled but also charmed. Thanks for watching today's review. For more interesting videos, please don't forget to like and subscribe.